Dear friends, I'm very pleased to send you my very warm greetings. I want to congratulate you for the critical work you are promoting as SAIEVAC child representatives, and also in your communities, in your countries, and across the South Asian region. I wanted to come to Kathmandu and see you in person, like last year, but unfortunately other meetings here in New York made it impossible for me to travel. Nevertheless, I remain very committed to learn about your discussions and recommendations, and also very interested in benefiting from your wise advice. You will address many important topics this year, including child-friendly services, standards of care, and regional communication and advocacy by young people, and your perspectives and suggestions will be of critical relevance to my mandate. As Special Representative of the Secretary General on Violence Against Children, I firmly believe in the importance of a strong partnership with children and young people. Nobody knows the reality of young people better than young people themselves, and your involvement is fundamental to change the world and put a stop to all forms of violence against children. As you know, children witness violence and endure physical, emotional, and sexual abuse every day. Children fear reporting, worried they will not be believed or may suffer reprisals or stigmatization when they speak up. They also do not know where to go or whom to call to benefit from counseling and support. This is why I am strongly committed to help develop in all countries safe, child-sensitive and accessible counseling, complaints and reporting mechanisms on violence against children. Mechanisms that children can genuinely trust and before whom they can tell their stories without fear or publicity, punishment or reprisal. I understand that you will be discussing amongst yourselves what child-friendly services mean, and I look very much forward to your feedback on this issue. Dear friends, the participation of children in decisions affecting their lives is a fundamental right that the Convention on the Rights of the Child has proclaimed. The United Nations study on violence against children reaffirmed this principle and became the very first United Nations official document developed with the collaboration of children and young people. Children participated actively in national, regional, and international consultations. They contributed to the development of key advocacy messages, and they also influenced the content of the report and the shape of its recommendations. With children's support, a child-friendly version of the study was also developed and is being used in many countries as a critical tool to prevent and address violence against children. Child participation remains an essential and strategic dimension to help countries make the right choices to address violence. And this is why I am committed to bring your views and experiences everywhere, including to United Nations meeting. And I'm also determined to urge everyone to make strong commitments to involve young people in decisions aiming at the elimination of all forms of violence against children. Dear friends, child participation is gaining increasing importance at all levels. Last July in New York, the high-level meeting of the United Nations General Assembly on Youth reaffirmed the importance of protecting young people from all forms of violence, and it also reiterated that the full and effective participation of young people and youth-led organizations is a key element to achieve the Millennium Development Goals. As formal members of the SAIEVAC structure, you are showing the way to other young people in many other regions. Now, dear friends, I would like to seek your support in one important task. My office has just launched a global survey to assess progress made by all nations in protecting children from violence. We want to find out about promising initiatives and good practices. We want to identify significant successes that can help to boost efforts to secure children's safety and protection everywhere and at all times. I will report about the results of this survey in 2012 before the General Assembly of the United Nations. This way, countries will have an opportunity to learn about these findings and feel encouraged to to replicate them, and also to accelerate progress in putting an end to violence. In this process, I'm very committed to collecting information from young people themselves. You, as SAIEVAC child representatives, are the very first group of young people from whom I'm asking for inputs to this survey. Our friends and colleagues from Plan International and Save the Children are supporting this effort, and they stand ready to work with you, to listen to your perspectives, and to benefit from your views and advice. I hope you will be willing to join in this effort. Your comments and feedback will be truly important. Your meeting in Kathmandu will be a very special occasion to discuss the survey, and based on your views and suggestions, we will be able to work with children in all other regions. I want to thank you in advance for your decisive role in making this survey a great success. Dear friends, I will continue to learn from your work and join hands together with you to advance implementation of the recommendations of the UN Study on Violence Against Children and the objectives of SAIEVAC in your respective countries. I encourage you to be in contact with me and my office through our website and through our Facebook, where you can find me and send me your messages and critical suggestions. I look forward to keeping in very close contact with all of you. I wish you a very successful meeting in Kathmandu and send you my very best regards. Many thanks, and see you very soon.